Alright, I'm doing this video on a Friday, but I had a trade on Thursday. Um, um, I was too ups. I had a bad trading day. Um, I failed to follow my rules. Um, so pretty much everything that I made yesterday, I lost all of it and more, and $64 more. Um, um, and you can only imagine I was like really upset with myself, really disappointed in myself because I made $1,344 yesterday. I felt like I was on a roll, and then um, the stock didn't go my way, and I failed to follow my rules. I was in the wrong mindset. I got in on impulse. Not this stock. I'm sorry. I'm showing you the wrong stock right now. But let me find it real quick right here. And then you know, I had the complete wrong mindset the whole day. I traded it on the 4th, 5th, 4th. I had the completely wrong mindset. And then when I realized I was wrong, I wouldn't cut. Um, yes, it was a first. It wasn't even a first green day. It was a first red day. And right here, um, um, it was going red on a day. Um, so and this is the day after, so you won't see my arrows. Let me see if I can show you where I bought, sold. But from my memory, um, I wanted to short it here, but it was the red to green was at I think 940, um, and I started pulling back. So I started pulling back and tanking and panicking. So I felt like it left without me, and it left without me, and I felt like, I chased it, but my mindset was like, okay, it's gonna keep pulling back like it did yesterday, because yesterday had a big panic. It just came crashing down, and I kept fucking it up. I kept getting out too early, so I'm thinking, okay, today's gonna do the same thing. But the way investors trade it and the way um, stock market manipulators and the company trades it is different. So, they kind of like stopped dumping it um, today. So, I shorted like 300 shares here, thinking it was gonna come down. Then when it hit red to green, I believe I shorted 300 shares at 940. So 940 right here. Then I shorted again at 10:05. So when it was near red to green, I doubled my shares, and I told myself, okay, red to green is my risk. But at this point, I think I was already down $200-300, and I kind of like my mindset right there just completely went gone wrong, because I was like, man, it's not going my way. Cut it right here. You only lose $27. But then it started pushing up. I'm like, okay, I'm down. I added the shares at 10:05, so like around here. So, and I was like, okay, you're wrong on this trade. Cut it. You're gonna be down 200-300 bucks, maybe 400. Um, Compared to your week, you're doing well. So who cares if if you um didn't get it right? But I was in the wrong mindset. I added my 300 shares here, and then I added another 200 at 10:05, 10:06, and I just kept adding shares from there. 10:08, I added another 200 shares. 10:34, so right around here, I added shares again, 200 shares. Then 10:42, um, I added shares hoping that it was just gonna come back down. Then it hit red to green. My risk was like way I already passed my risk. I'm down hundreds of dollars. It hit red to green. I'm down um I'm down probably like almost $1,000. Um then at 10:43, 10:42, 10:45, 10:48, I'm adding 200 shares each time. Adding shares here, and then it runs up on me again. Still didn't cut my loss. 10:34, right here I add shares. I mean 11:34 at this point. 11:34 I add shares, and 11:43, which is right here, I add shares again. Um, I'll add the last amount of shares that my account will let me, and I was down $3,000 at the higher day right here. Um, at high, sorry, I'm still sick with Corona, but higher day, I'm down $3,000 on my stock. I've noticed a trend where my losses are growing. The amount of money I'm risking is growing, and I'm not. Sometimes I'm getting lucky, other times I'm not. And this time I didn't get lucky, and I need to get out of that mindset of getting lucky or holding and trying to make the money back. But right here, I'm down $3,000. I wouldn't cut it. It started pulling back somewhere around here. Excuse me. Somewhere within the day, I got down to a point where I was only gonna lose $800 compared to $3,000, and I still didn't take it. Then it came down, still didn't take the $800 loss. Thought after hours, I would be able to cut. I'll be able to like have it tank. It didn't tank. I covered, and I'm the one who pushed this stock up like this. I covered into the ask, and I lost $1,402. Um, um, I only have myself to blame um, in this trade. My losses are growing. My discipline is horrible. Um, I'm not following my rules anymore. I'm at the point right now where I don't want to trade anymore. Like I said that before, I'm saying it again. I don't want to trade. So today I just didn't trade, and I'm gonna explain that very soon. But this is how the stock ended up going for the rest of the day. Um, like literally nowhere. Like it hit this low, but my average was 832 with 2,300 shares. I still would have taken the loss. It wouldn't be worth holding overnight and paying fees. But I failed to follow my rules, and I took a major loss. I told myself to um, cut the 300 shares of $27 loss right here and short when it runs back up, because if you look here, the stock literally fucking the stock literally fucking spiked the day I made on the second or the third where I shorted it. It bounced. I could have shorted here. So when I was trading it yesterday, uh, on the fourth, I could have just let it have its run up, midday shorted. But I failed to follow rules. I failed to cut losses. And in my head the whole time I'm like, I'm trying to make this whole week a green week. And I fucked up my consistent profits. I fucked up my large gains trying to do the right thing. Like, I'm talking now and I'm not cussing myself out. I'm not beating myself up because it's the next day. I'm more calm and more relaxed. But these words that I'm telling you now aren't what it isn't exactly what I was saying to myself yesterday. I was beating myself up yesterday, and I deserved the beating because I knew the rules. I knew what I was supposed to do, and I failed to follow the rules. So I'm really upset with myself, and you know, I punished myself today by watching a stock that gave great opportunity, and I didn't trade it at all. There were shares available to short. I was gonna long it on the front side, short it on the back side, and then not only that, this stock gave more downside, and I didn't take it because I'm like, you know what, this is my punishment. So I didn't trade it, and I covered all my shares into the after hours, pushing the stock up, which was a horrible idea to cover after hours. But I did. But I'll show you now the stocks that I was watching today, because there's a lesson I want to teach myself in the future. So, you know, SLS is off my watch list. VX, V, AV, I think AV, AV, sorry. AVXL is off my watch list as well. I don't know why it's not switching. It's getting annoying. Yeah, so this is a stock I think that dropped um, more than 50% or 50% on its day, in one day. But yeah, this is off my watch list as well. It could run up, but I don't want to trade this. Um, H HOL should be off my watch list as well, I believe. Oh, it's still running. I don't know. I'll keep this on my watch list. GME is still on my watch list. I'm just watching it. But ticker symbol LAIX was a good one today. I mean, you should see this one today. Um, so yesterday after hours, it was running up. I didn't even notice it, but it was running up. Today it's ran up. Um, um, market open. Well, before even market open, I did my research on it. Um, I'm gonna do it now since I don't have it up. I have another stock up, but um, let me show you the research that I did on it. So statistics, it had 16 minute flow. I remember looking at that. It's pretty low. Um, there was no news that I seen that caught my attention. No news, and then I was looking for a merge. Um, there was no merge at all, but I think there was an offering from my memory. I did this all this morning, but there's another stock that really caught my attention. I know this has an offering somewhere. Yeah, this stock had an offering I think 2 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago, 2021, 2018. It had an offering of up to 5.7 million shares. Um, I don't remember if it said. Okay, yeah. So what was crazy to me is they had an offering at um, 5.7 million shares um, at $12.50. They're losing 85 cents because of the discounts and the commissions, and they're making 11.62 per share. Um, so this was 3 years ago that they did this offering. Um, not only that, looking at its yearly chart, um, right? This is crazy. I don't understand this, but looking at its yearly chart, it's looked like they've just been dumping their shares onto the investors little by little. Um, the stock just hit $11.65, so it's like they're trying to make their money back from what they lost. If you look at the maximum history, at one point, like this is when they IPO'd. It seems like they still have the offering from when they first IPO'd, and they've just been dumping shares whenever they need whenever they need money. So they have. It seems like they just have one offering, and they've been just dumping shares ever since they started this company. They'll pump it up just a little bit, pump it up a little bit here, and then dump, and then same thing here, dump. So when I was watching it today, market open, it got hammered. Um, so market open, it spiked, got hammered down. So right here, when I did my research and I looked at the price of the offering, I'm like, okay, it's at the price of the offering. So I'm like, this stock is gonna go. It was at $9. The offering price was at 11. I'm like, this stock is gonna go to 20 maybe, because most companies when they have an offering and they have it at a certain price, they try to make double the amount of money. So if they have it at $10, they're gonna try to push it to $20 and make double the money. Some companies go to 4 times their offering. So when I seen that it was at $9, I'm like, man, I should long it here, but because I was disciplining myself and not trading for the day, and I was not trading for the day, I refused to allow myself to trade it, and I just watched it the whole day. Um, so right here, I was like mentally telling myself to get in, didn't. Then it went up $2, and I'm like, I should sell here, but it was getting stuffed, and I'm like, maybe it's gonna keep pushing, but it didn't. And who knows? I would have probably longed it or shorted all in for the day, but who knows what I would have done. But then it dropped a large amount from its highs, from 1165, and panicked so much all at once down to 680, 680 or what? Fucking yeah, 683 from this whole panic. So that's That's fucking $6, over $6 a share, or almost $6 a share. That's like half your gains. That's half the stock price, all in like 30 minutes. Not even 20 minutes. And it was just crazy to me. And when it hit, I think right here or somewhere right here or the open, mentally I'm like, I know I'm breaking, like I know if I short right here at the where it hit the open or lower day or something like that, when it was like low right here from where it opened to right here, I'm like, even if I short this now, they're dumping so many shares that it doesn't even matter if my risk is here because they're dumping so much. I'm gonna make a profit regardless. And I had to discipline myself. I told myself if I trade now, I try to make a quick gain, I'll fail to learn the lessons that I'm supposed to learn to make me consistently profitable. So I watched it the whole time, and it just dumped, and it dumped. Um, like I was just shocked, and it went to a low of 635. Rebound, it bounced a little bit or had its perk up and came back down, fading. And I think somewhere right here, before the day ends, in the middle of the day, it just dropped even more down to down to what was the low point of the day, bro? Like, damn, 368. That's how far it dropped. Like, this shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, that's how much manipulation they were doing that the stock just came crashing down like that. And I decided I'm not gonna trade this because I'm not gonna short it because I need to discipline myself on my rules. So I missed this big opportunity. Not only that, ticker symbol AAME did the same thing. You know, it had this big run up, midday short, boom, came crashing down. I mean, I could have made from what 14, 15, 16 to 14s. I could have made over $10 a share. You know how much money that would have been? And me knowing when I see a great opportunity, I'm gonna size in big. So let's do the math here. You know, for let's say $14 times like almost my whole account, I would have done about 1,500 shares probably. That's 21,000. I probably would have done a little bit more maybe if I could. Um, so that's $10 times 1,500 shares. So 1,500 shares times $10. I doubt I would have got out at $10, but I could have made probably $1,500, but I doubt it. I would probably let it ride to a point I hit 2, 3, 4, maybe 5,000 and I get out. But there's just so much fucking opportunity, and it's not that I missed it, it's that I failed to follow my rules, to stay in the right mindset, to take advantage of these opportunities. Um, and that's what I get. Next week there might be a whole different trend because the trend last week compared to this week is two different trends. But there's so much opportunity. Next week they might start letting stocks run up like they did before, up to you know 3, 4, 500% or um, whatever they do. I don't know. I don't know what they plan on doing, but just like GME went up so much, they might try to pull a different stunt next week. I see I see a trend that every week there's a new thing going on. So for ticker symbol AAME and ticker symbol LAIX, I'll be watching on Monday to see if they bounce to short into that. But I shouldn't. I told myself I was going to trade for 5 days. Um, I shouldn't trade at all, but um, I don't know, man. I fucked myself not following my rules. Um, I fucked myself not following my rules, and that's what I get, bro. So yeah, man.